Hello everybody. My name is Dr.G.P. Sudhakar from India. Right. I would like to specify about what are the skills required during tough times. What are the skills required during tough times for a organization? Basically for organizations. Right. See, basically, first point is we should be able to convert risk into opportunity. First point is we should try to convert risk into opportunity. That is the first skill required during tough times for organizations. How I will specify some of the examples also here. Who has done earlier during 2020 and in between 2020 and 2022 during that time, which organizations have done the acquired this skill. I will specify because these practices can be repeatable across industries and across organizations. That's what some of the Indian organizations have championed it, this skill during tough times. Because see, I will be specifying the Indian examples only because my learning I have to improve upon. My sourcing is I'm getting India over a period of time Indian organizations and I'm getting global. I watch business news and all, but global organizations I am yet to specify some of the global organizations in different contexts. I have to improve upon my learning. So here I will be specifying the Indian organizations which have championed during the tough times, right? So what are the skills required during tough times? Basically, first thing is we should be able to convert risk into opportunity. For example, Netflix, similarly WebEx, Zoom, they have championed converting risk into opportunity. They have championed, they have launched enterprise editions and enterprise versions also. They could make a lot of revenue about it during tough times also, right? Second thing is during when you are encountering a second skill required is when you are encountering resource crunch, we should be able to efficiently distribute the inventory. Despite having resource crunch, we should be able to distribute the inventory. For example, retail outlets like Reliance and Tata Star, they could do that during tough times, right? And the third skill is we should be able to continue the business with minimal human resources. We should be able to continue the business with minimal human resources during tough times. When people are not available, we should be able to continue business service to the community, right? For example, Franklin Templeton, similarly Fidelity Investments, similarly Infosys, similarly SBI. That also during tough times, they could be able to continue the customer services during tough times also with minimal staff. And fourth skill required is you should be able to manage the supply chain routes and logistics efficiently during tough times. You should be able to innovate in supply chain routing and logistics. For example, Deepak Nitrate, a chemical company, they could to avoid the in between state borders in the India, in between state blockages. They should innovate the logistics and supply chains, and they could deliver the chemical products during tough times to their customers across the country. Deepak Nitrate, they could innovate the supply chain network and logistics. That is another skill required. Fourth skill, innovating supply chain, right? And fifth skill required is human. You should be able to create chain of marketers. You should be able to create chain of marketers during tough times. For example, during between 2020 and 2021, that time farmers they created WhatsApp groups, and in metro cities, Hyderabad, Bangalore, these kind of metro cities, they supplied vegetables, packaged vegetables to the different apartment complexes and domestic houses through WhatsApp groups. That is a human chain of marketers. That is the fifth skill required. Sixth skill required is using technology and automation during tough times. We should be able to use technology and automation to the possible extent. For example, Apollo Pharmacy, they went online. Similarly, so many educational institutions, they went online. Similarly, some of the healthcare organizations, they went online to provide online consultations. Online consultations. That's what during tough times they could use the technology and automation in order to cater to the customers' needs. That's what is education institutions, healthcare companies, and pharmaceutical companies. They have done. They went online during tough times. And the seventh skill required is we should be able to. Seventh skill required is we should be aware of the local and regional geography. That is most important. We should be knowing the local and regional geography. For example, Big Basket, Groupers, similarly Blinkit, Amazon, these kind of e-commerce players, they championed the geography of the local and the regional areas. And initially they started with 2 hour delivery, and later on they moved on to 20-minute delivery as well. 20-minute delivery also. That's how e-commerce players they are operating current days. Even Blinkit nowadays. Like that, these are the different seven different skills required during tough times for any business organization. Let's see, these kind of practices we should learn over a period of time, and best practices can be repeatable across industries. We should be able to try to dig out information how these organizations were able to do during those times, and try to best practices can be repeated, right? So these are the overall seven different skills required during tough times for any business organization. We should be able to convert risk into opportunity, innovate supply chain, use technology, automation. We should be able to aware of the local geography. Like that, we have to learn different skills during tough times for a organization survival, sustainability, and the continuity of business operations. Right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.